Thundergrunt.
Warning! The following program may contain adult or offensive language, excessive drinking, extra lives, heavy nostalgia, dragons, and general dipshittery. Listener discretion is advised.
Holy shit. And welcome to MAGCast, the official podcast of Music and Gaming Festival. My name is Big Adam, and we're here to talk to you about stuff that you mildly care about.
It's time to put the fun back in podcasting.
It's time to put the fun... Look, I'm a hero of the people. We've been over this.
Gamer of the people.
I am the gamer of the people. I'm essentially the best person you all know. Again, I'm Big Adam. To my left here is MAGCast friend, technical producer, Mr. Ryan Meyer.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. It is going. I'm ready for this, man. We got all kinds of good stuff to get into today.
What are these sweet jams we're listening to?
This is...
You know what this is super reminiscent of? This sounds like some fucking Vector Man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a little ditty, a little little ditty about Canada bands. Ooh, yeah. This is
That's terrifying.
This
Well played.
is Tupperware Remix Party, who are playing, if you're listening to this...
The old TRP?
They're playing this Saturday at the Auto Bar here in Baltimore, along with... who is hosting a CD release party, as well as Cowabunga Pizza Time, who is also hosting a CD release party, as well as the X-Hunters, who are going to shred all of your favorite tunes. But anyway, let's not get too much into announcements just yet. Sitting next to Ryan is a man who plays games to such a high caliber that even the Guinness Book of World Records won't recognize his greatness because he is way over their heads.
Or
Mr.
under. I don't know which.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Or V. Thummel. How's it going, buddy?
It's going great.
Yeah. Oh,
Super
yeah.
great.
Oh, it's just so good.
It's lovely.
Your mic stand isn't falling on your chest this time.
Not yet.
Not
Give
yet.
it time.
It's only a matter of time at this point. Sitting next to him is a man who played the wrong level for the Mobile Gaming Challenge until about 45 minutes ago.
It was honestly though, I like that level, so it wasn't wasted time. It was just non-productive time.
Well, the shotgun's easier to use. The proton pack's pretty tricky. We'll get
It
to
is.
that.
It's his name is who he is.
Hi everybody, I'm back. I'm here again.
You weren't
You weren't ever missing.
Well, I wasn't missing to them, but I was missing to all of you.
That's true,
Yeah.
and we'll get to that.
We'll get to
God, we have so much to talk about this episode. I'm really excited. Last but certainly not least is a man who hates 99.75% of things on the earth.
Before
Seems
you
a
get to
little
his name,
high.
since we've interrupted everyone else so far, I just want everyone else that's listening to understand the process of Adam introducing people. When he gets to the introduction, he gets to, and next to him is a man, and right as he says a man, he looks up into the distance like he's staring deep into the cosmos, looking for the answer to all of life's questions.
Sometimes I just
and
need,
and the people that are surrounding him.
I need the cosmos to tell me exactly what I need to say. The perfect
I just
wording,
wanted
if you will.
I just wanted people to experience that. It's something they can't experience as listeners, and I wanted to describe.
I gaze off into the
You
sunset,
do.
which is really just down Ryan's hallway.
I mean, who knows how long that hallway is, though?
That's true. It
we
is
might
a
have-
very mysterious.
We're going to have to
hallway.
do a video episode one time just so people
It's probably
can
40 feet.
experience the really not worth it.
I don't know if
that is.
video can handle us.
That's true.
Can't
I
handle
don't know
me
if,
right
if the
now.
fans can handle us on a video.
That's true.
I wouldn't know.
Anyway, we got
I
like
don't
30
even like
seconds
the
of
video.
song left. Let's finish up these introductions.
The last guy on my right now, because we've completed the circle, is a grumpy old motherfucker. His name's Mike Tito.
I'm having a delightful time. We just got past Halloween. We're going into Thanksgiving and Christmas. This is my favorite time of the year.
My God.
You're talking weird.
You
happy.
got kind of a weird voice going on right now.
Do I?
Is this like a?
I've been kind of stuffy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it was the non-contempt and not desire to
Yeah.
murder all
It did
things.
confuse
Oh
me.
no, I do have a little smarmy comeback for you though.
Oh,
I think we should include an Adam Chase introduction in the Adam Chase VIP experience.
Oh yeah,
Is
definitely.
that how would that go?
I mean, the Adam
You would
Chase
introduce
VIP
them as
experience-
if they were a host on MAGCast.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
give them an introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
I'll do it. I'll
every
do it.
time you
I
like
like
you meet a
that.
new people, every time someone's like, "Hey, who's that?" It's like, to my left.
No, I'll do it. Yeah, no. That
yeah,
makes
done.
It, that makes it kind of
listen,
fun for me.
It's all gonna happen. The ACVIPE is all inclusive. All right. It's all inclusive.
The Aquavipe?
Yeah, the Aquavipe.
It even
Aquavipe.
includes the things we haven't thought of yet.
Right.
True.
Anything we come up between now and then is all included in the package.
I feel like this is the party flyer from PCU. Like, all of your wildest dreams come true.
We should make that flyer.
Except for the everyone gets laid part, because I'm not doing that. That's a step too far.
We have a couple months left. Just give it time.
Do you have no faith in my engagement?
We'll get you there.
Get you
That's
there?
horrible.
What? Ashley! We need an adult.
We need it.
Ashley, I respect Ashley Adams' fiance is sitting right
She's
here
sitting
to
with
my
us.
right. I
It's
have
always
nothing
great to
but
talk to
the
people off mic.
utmost respect for the bonds of your relationship. But
Clearly,
a
that's a
good
lie.
joke is a good joke. Thank you.
She says fair enough. That means I'm screwed. Literally. Anyway, let's talk about MAGFest news.
I don't know.
We just announced a pretty cool concert. First, it's not officially a MAGFest concert, the one that I was talking about earlier.
But it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, it's about as close as it fucking can get. So November 7th at the Auto Bar. I believe doors are at 8 o'clock. Again, the lineup is going to be the X Hunters, Cowabunga Pizza Time releasing an album.
Yeah.
Also releasing an album. It's a John DeCampo's doubleheader. God, that motherfucker's been putting in
I was
work.
about to say, imagine that.
He's been putting in a lot of work. And last but absolutely certainly not least, coming from the great American top hat itself, Canada, is Tupperware Remix Party. They are, if you haven't heard them, other than the
you
intro
just did.
song. Yeah, I was going to say, other than the intro song, they are video game inspired disco funk, is the best way that I can put it. And god damn it, are they funky. They played BitGen for us, and I danced my ass off the entire concert, and I had a blast. But moving past that, the thing that we had just announced very recently, MAGFest presents Game Over Vancouver. This is our
Crossing
first,
borders.
This is our first international event.
Hey, that sounds like a great great show there. E.
We're gonna stop
Yeah.
over by the Tim Hortons and grab a Donair.
Yeah.
A donair.
Oh, man.
So that's going to be Thursday, December 17th for all of our
sorry,
Canadian
I gotta
friends.
wash my moose that night.
Oh, Jesus.
out of
8
control.
p.m. doors. That's Pacific
Sorry.
Standard Time,
Sorry.
apparently. I don't know how correct that is. I'm not
Now
sure
you're
where
Canadian.
Vancouver is because I'm an ignorant American.
Vancouver is West Coast.
Vancouver's West Coast, Pacific Time, 8 p.m. It's going to be at the Rickshaw Theater in Vancouver, British Columbia. It's going to be awesome. I mean, the lineup's pretty cool. Brieface, Missing No, and the Runaway 4 are all scheduled to play.
I like it.
It ought to be a really good time. I'm sure they're going to have a bunch of video games there. The flyer's pretty cool. Definitely check it out on Facebook. The event, again, it's called MAGFest Presents Game Over Vancouver.
Is the show actually like in the back of a giant rickshaw? Because that would be really cool.
Man,
A little racist.
Or maybe it's like the band is in the back of it and everybody's outside watching, or they just kind of
Canadians
roll
are not a
around.
race.
I don't
That's
know.
bigotry.
You don't have any room to talk in this on
Look, I
Mr.
know my discrimination, sir. Please
Super
give me
racist.
that.
yeah, I mean, you have been called out by fans of being super racist.
So wacky.
How'd our most recent event go?
Game Over Brooklyn?
No, didn't we do press start?
We
Press
did do a
start.
press start. Nobody cares about press start
No.
because nobody was there.
Oh.
There was about 7 people. We didn't even have the tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, for Street Fighter? That
Yeah.
seems impossible.
No, there was
No.
about 7 people total.
Adam and his cousin signed up.
and that was literally it. It was really depressing.
Well,
I guess it would have been like 2 days before Halloween. There were probably a lot of
it
parties.
was
and
it was
stuff
2
going
days
on.
before Halloween, and we had skipped a month already.
And we're going to end up skipping a month in November, it looks like,
Yeah.
because there's a bunch of scheduling conflicts. The last Thursday of the month is Thanksgiving. And the Thursday before
Sounds like
that,
a perfect night for a tournament.
the Thursday before that is another event. So, like, it's
What
madness.
turkey-based game can we have a tournament in?
During Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
The one that the crown is closed on.
South Park 64.
That's what I was thinking.
Shooting turkeys.
Yeah,
that's a
that's-
good one.
Boom.
That's all I could think of as well.
Same here.
But I think
I
what we're
don't
going to
know
do
anything else.
is we're just going to, promote the hell out of the December event. And the December event's going to be something that I hold near and dear to my heart because it's a game that I loved. Was my favorite game for probably close to 10 years. and we're going to do Halo 2 multiplayer. So
Nice.
that'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. I think Huey was a Halo 2 fan.
You dabble.
Okay, he's trying to beat the high score because he screwed up all week. Is essentially what
So if you're in the Baltimore area, mark your calendars for every Thursday in December because one of them is going to be press start, and it's going to be great.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
When is that last Thursday?
So, yeah, but definitely check out all of the awesome events that we have scheduled. You can see them on the MAGFest Facebook page. You can see them on the MAGFest website, which actually needs to be updated because Brooklyn's still up there.
Okay,
Punched
no,
on
it's
about that.
oof. New Year's Eve is the last Thursday, December. Christmas Eve is the following Thursday.
We'll figure something out. We'll have that goddamn Halo 2 tournament if it kills us.
January, look out for the Halo 2 tournament.
But yeah, so we got a lot of really cool stuff going on. All right, who wants to get into it first? Who? We missed something. I'll tell you what. We'll start here. We missed a topic last time that Orvie wanted to talk about, and honestly, I did too. I just overlooked it entirely. And
What was
that was the Battlefront beta.
Oh, Battlefront beta. Yeah, we were too busy getting bitched out by Mike's wife that we couldn't talk about anything fun.
I don't know if the Battlefront beta is safe enough for us to talk about. He might take the information home, and his son might hurt himself using the Battlefront information.
Does Battlefront have railguns?
I'm very much.
Battlefront has fucking laser guns and fucking lightsabers and
It's not a safe
AT-AT
game.
walkers and AT-ST walkers. Everything's
Dang.
fucked. Snow speeders.
It did have
Snow
snow speeders, as much as I denied it initially because that's man. So all right, Battlefront beta.
My main concern with this is if it's canon or not.
What do you mean
Is
canon?
it like canonically appropriate?
I mean, it's pretty fucking close, actually. Except for the whole fact that Darth Vader comes on to Hoth and starts fucking sword
No,
fighting
I mean
people.
it's not canon.
That's
It's
not
just
canon at all.
here's battles that happen in Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's like here's some battlegrounds, go battle. Like it's not really.
If
like,
you're looking
here's-
for canon, go play the Star Wars arcade game, which is fucking canon.
God, I love that. I want to have one of those things so bad. They're just
yeah,
like
that's classic. All the ones you
$3,000.
find now are in such disarray too. All the
yeah.
joysticks are screwed up.
Yeah, they're
it's
all
very
busted
disappointing.
and wobbly. And
Yeah.
stuff.
So it is as canon as like Pokemon Battle Arena was to Pokemon.
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
much?
Yeah,
it's
it's pretty
it's
accurate.
essentially just like it has battle arenas you're familiar with, but like for instance, in the Battle of Hoth, there are A-wings and TIE fighters dogfighting overhead and such like that, which is obviously not canon. There's only 2 ATs coming in when there were 4 in
Yeah.
the Battle of Hoth. It's just here's a battle on Hoth.
Yeah.
Which is weird because they made the objectives kind of the same as like the original like Rebel Battle on Hoth. Like AT-ATs are advancing towards the shield generator. That's actually I as much as that was more the Battlefront experience because there were so many different mechanics going on. There were vehicles and walkers
Right.
and objectives and all that fun stuff. Like I didn't like that mode as much because it was so convoluted. But
Did you like the escape pods better?
I did. I just like doing the simple map better. I'm
The
sure there will
escape
be.
pods was way more TDM than objective, really. It's what it turned into.
I mean, sort of, but like if you're grouping up and capturing the points, like that does matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, just straight up. I mean, if you're not familiar with Battlefront for some reason, it's Battlefield's. It's DICE's version of Star Wars Battlefield. Essentially,
it's Battlefield in
large,
space.
It's large. It's super large scale battles with in theory like. What is it? I think they had 20 people per side on Hoth or something like that.
I believe. Yeah, that's very close. Yeah.
But yeah, and they've got big maps and small maps, and there's vehicles, and
Which is
there's-
kind of impressive, actually, for a console game. That's one of the bigger console multiplayer games available.
I mean, and it looks like super nice. It's a beautiful
the
looking
game's
game.
hella pretty.
Like, oh god, it looks so, and it's super Star Warsy. Like when I was playing, I felt like I was there. Like, and I'm such a big nerd that like I know all the blaster types and stuff. So
Right.
when I was playing Rebels, but I had the E11 blaster, which is a Stormtrooper blaster, I would sometimes get confused and try to shoot Rebels because I just saw the blaster and I'm like, I'm a Stormtrooper because that's my blaster.
Got it.
But anyways,
Nerd.
to knock out the few things I didn't like right away so I can go into the stuff I did like.
Sure.
It does the normal Battlefield thing where you have to unlock everything. So your
Yeah.
first few games, you just feel useless because you have a gun and that's it.
Yep.
Everyone else is using energy shields and jetpacks and grenade
Right.
launchers and all this other stuff. And you're just like, well, I'm going to try to shoot you. And
That's
there's-
pretty much it. You don't even have a grenade.
No, you don't even get a grenade.
Yeah.
And there's just shit flying all over the place, and like you don't even understand the power-up system. I'm hoping that they'll tutorialize it a little better in the not beta, but like I didn't understand initially like how to get power-ups and that sort of thing, and it's much more arcadey than Battlefield, which is fine by me, totally.
Right.
Because Star Wars should just be more wacky sci-fi actiony fun times. But like in order, for instance, in the dropship map, once you secure the escape pod, it drops some like just little tokens essentially floating on the ground.
I had no clue what they were for.
Yeah. So because people were hitting me with like orbital bombardments and stuff like that, and I had no idea how to deal with that. I was like, all right, I don't know how to get those. So, but those were all upgrades that you get from the escape pods.
Yep.
As far as other stuff, like it has iron sights, but they're completely pointless. Like they don't affect accuracy at all.
At all.
Yeah. So it's just better. It's better to just keep moving and shooting.
And
like
hip fire,
it's actually just a hindrance to use iron sights, except for like with the what is the cyclo rifle, which is the sniper rifle, because that actually has a big scope on it that zooms you in.
I think it was brutal.
Yeah, it was weird. So that was. The other thing I don't particularly care for is the card system. Like,
yeah.
It's just felt weird.
It's just an extra mechanic that they tried to work in.
That's how you do your loadout. Is like you set up your card deck, which felt weird because like why is that in Star Wars? Why is it cards? And I mean you could have just made it like pods or something. I don't know. It was just felt out of place. And some of them it seems like you have to keep rebuying. Like
I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, like the ion shots and what was it? One of the special other upgrades. There was like some sort of sharpshooter upgrade. You only get the personal shields. You only get so many charges, and you have to then rebuy them.
Yeah, I only ever used the cycler rifle because it was nasty.
I don't know if
it was really good on Hoth.
Yeah, well, it does like 90 damage straight up, even on a body shot, and it kills on a headshot.
Yeah.
So if you had taken any damage at all, or if there was anyone around you and you get hit by that sniper rifle, they're gonna one-shot you.
Pretty
right
much.
After that. It was just confusing that's what they decided to do. I don't know. And Hoth was a lot of fun once you figured out what the hell to do.
Right. Yeah.
Because Adam and I had an argument about this, after I'd been playing for a few days. James, my roommate, and I had been playing Battlefront, and we on PC we never saw the Rebels won, and I think they released the stats at the end, and it was something like 90%.
Yeah,
90 or higher percent that Empire won.
Yep.
But we didn't know how to deal with the walkers. We would like get the relays, and then sometimes Y-wings would attack, and then we're kind of supposed to shoot them with small arms when they get disabled, maybe, and then but in the final state, in the final checkpoint before they push up to the shields, they actually do spawn some snowspeeder tokens.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But those are again just kind of randomly at points throughout
randomly
the map.
placed, and they're hard to see.
Right.
So nobody ever found them except
for a
for
long
once
time.
in a blue moon.
And then once you did, you could actually do the harpoon and tow cable thing and take them out. But it was still just I swore for a long Adam
it got to the point where Orvie didn't believe me, and I had to show him a YouTube video of it.
Yeah, I didn't believe there were snowspeeders in the game. I was like, there's not snowspeeders. I saw TIE fighters, I saw A-wings, I saw Y-wings dropping bombs. There was no snowspeeders. Why would they have snowspeeders if the objective is to have the Y-wings ion bomb them so you can destroy them?
Right.
But they do. So I don't know. Like that mechanic, hopefully that's just a bad example of some of the way they set that up, because the way the Empire wins is they just do nothing. The AT-ATs just advance, and you just have to keep the rebels off of their objectives.
The only thing the AT-ATs do by player control is shoot the guns.
Yeah. So they just
The
automatically
AT-ST walkers are completely controllable.
That's cool.
So if the rebels don't do their objectives in time, then they just lose. It's just a race against time.
Yeah.
That's
super accurate.
Well, that sounds kind of like Payload. Not quite, but it's
sort of, except there's no way to slow it down, really. Like, it's just constant, like, I guess I get that to an extent.
I mean, it's like a variant on Payload, sort of.
You're talking Payload for TF2.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I don't mind asymmetrical gameplay, but,
There's a game called Payload, so that could be mine.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's,
Payload, the map type.
And it was also because you switch sides every game, so that was... Like, I feel like when I'm playing Star Wars, I want to play Rebels or I want to play Imperials.
Right,
It kept bouncing me back and forth. I was like, I don't want to play Empire.
Well, that's just shooters, really. I mean, that's
Yeah.
to any game. Pretty much does that.
Sure, yeah, I don't like being blue team either.
Right.
But
That's the thing. Playing TF2 with Orville is always a race to see how many we can get of our friends on the red team. It's always the objective.
and then someone gets left out.
Yep. And
But
then I'll get destroyed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fun game despite that stuff. Like the movement and gunplay feels solid. Like it's real tight.
Yeah, I
once
mean,
you do unlock all the cool stuff, it's really fun to run around with shields and jetpacks and flying vehicles. Of course, the vehicle control, as in Battlefield games, is kind of wonky. But
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'll buy it right off the jump, especially because it's coming out right around Fallout 4. And boy, howdy.
Fallout 4 and Legacy, yeah.
Oh yeah, Void comes out in like a week and a half, doesn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. It's that time of year. November
Yeah, it
and
is.
December, it's just games and
The
shenanigans.
game
Crazy.
storm.
Yep.
So my final impression of Battlefront is I will get it eventually. It's not going to be I got to get it day release. But it was a good time. Definitely needs a tutorial for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's weird
Or at
because
least a
they
tooltip.
tried. So what they did is they tried to make it like super quick, right? Like at the beginning of every map, there's like a 3 bullet point thing, and it takes you. It's like, all right, hold these, do this, get the thing. But then there was more to it than that,
Right.
and it wasn't clear. And
Those
like
were overarching objectives.
it just wasn't. I don't know how I feel about like the on the ground pickups. Like I feel like if you're gonna get an X-wing, there should be a thing like in the hangar, like here, hop in this X-wing, not like
I
there's
agree.
a power up over there.
I agree.
And you can get in an
Or
X-wing or become Luke or
If
whatever.
there's like an ATST, rather than picking up a little token that you can barely see because it's clear and it's on snow.
white, yeah.
Yeah.
So they just need
having
to make
like
the
in your respawn screen, like one available if you want to be that, click here,
Right.
and then you spawn as one. Like that makes way more sense.
But
to me.
yeah, beyond that though, I mean, like it was super fun, shooty FPS time. I
Yeah.
feel like I want a crew to play it. Like I feel like I'd want like 3 or 4 people to like play that together with. I think would be super fun.
I feel like
I would
want
wanna play that the way we play TF2.
Like, it's way more fun with a crew.
Yeah, I suppose definitely. I suppose that's true.
That
I
means
mean, I
getting
don't know.
everybody on the
I
same
can
platform.
roll on TF2 alone pretty well. Like obviously, it's more fun to have a buddy or two, but I don't know. I feel like I can play TF2 a lot
Gotcha.
on my own.
We have been doing some TF2 nights, and they've been
That's
pretty
true.
damn good. Now that Huey's home from his Floridian vacation, maybe he can play.
You went to Florida, bro?
Bro, I did go to Florida, bro.
I'll tell you what.
How's
Why
that
don't we
Florida, bro?
why don't we just get into that?
bro
Because you
badass,
have
bro.
a story for us
Oh, you have a
from
story?
Florida about a game that you played.
Oh, hi.
Actually, I'm going to bring up 2 things. Number 1, guys, Universal Studios is great. It's basically a town of references, and that's basically where I was born to live.
I haven't been there in 23
Sounds right,
years,
yeah.
but from what I remember, I agree.
Dude, it's great. And it was totally worth it. We went for the Halloween thing. I got to see the Bill and Ted Halloween show, which is always
Oh, I bet that was awesome.
it's full of pop culture references, which makes it really weird. Like in this one, they battled Kanye West for he stole their phone booth. So they got an Uber lift from Doc Brown.
Wow.
And they
They're
had
going
to,
deep.
and Kanye West was basically using the phone booth to go back in time and become the greatest celebrity ever created.
That sounds very Kanye. This is all plausible.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's one part where he comes back from the future and he's like, check this out. Straight from the future. This is my daughter, Northwest. And it's like this female Blade character comes out.
Oh, man.
She's got 2 katanas and shit. It was insane. And he killed Doctor Who. Kanye West's plan was to take celebrities, and put them into this blowtorch burner thing that would turn them into vape.
What?
That-
Jesus.
It was
So they turned him into a straight up super villain.
yeah. He was a bad guy. And Kim Kardashian was with him, and she just said dumb shit most of the time. And then she
So they were
True
going
to
for
life.
accuracy.
Yeah.
yeah. And then it just got okay. This is the one that really kind of lost me. Baymax showed up from Big Hero 6,
Right.
Okay.
but his name was Gaymax
Oh,
from
here
Big
we
Hero
go.
Dicks.
Oh, boy. Was it Disney?
No, it's at Universal Studios. They don't have to care.
But
So,
even so, that seems like a weird thing.
dude, there's like jokes about sucking donkey balls and stuff. It got intense.
Wow.
Wow.
Was there
Yeah.
an age limit on this show?
No, in fact, they started off the Griswolds from Vacation show
Right.
up, and they're like, like one of them says, "This sucks donkey balls," and they wait, can we say this sucks donkey balls? And he goes, "Yes, we can, because there's a thing that says that this particular show is full of bad language and sexual dancing."
Oh my!
And then these people came out and danced all sexy.
Sexual dancing.
Guys, it was pretty
Isn't
funny.
all dancing
That's such an
sexual?
awkward way
yeah.
to put that.
That's it's sexual dancing. Well, it was Clark Griswold. Basically, then these zombie people run out and tear the shirt off of Clark and his wife, and they start dancing. And the guy who was Clark
Was
Griswold,
it sexual?
It was so sexual. But Clark Griswold
glad.
he was like gyrating like I imagine Mike TV would dance, and it was perfect.
God, that says a lot of words.
My pelvic thrusts are hypnotic.
Somebody get that on a shirt right now.
Yeah, if you guys are making
My
Chase
God.
Crew shirts, that fucking needs to be Mike's shirt.
The chase scene, please.
The chase scene.
Chase
I'm sorry.
scene.
All right, but
Good lord, my pelvic thrusts are hypnotic.
Yeah.
You're a mess.
he looks so
I'm a
matter of
highly
fact
sexual
about it.
creature, Adam.
Yeah, he's got
That sounds-
proof.
That sounds like a weird, like,
He
80s
does have
dance
proof.
pop
He's
He's got
song.
a
I
living,
can't deny that.
He's got a living fuck trophy. That just-
Living fuck trophy is not
That's
the
the
terminology I would use.
Wow. All right.
I just hope he's referring to Connor and not Benji.
Oh my god, is that the best thing that Connor's ever
that
been
went a
called?
totally different direction.
That's at least in the running. It has to be.
I mean, it's up there.
All right, so beyond this tale.
Anyway, the two game things I'll bring up. One of them, the first one in Universal Studios, there is a Men in Black ride
Oh yes, yeah.
where they give you a little zapper,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and you
probably
have to
awesome.
shoot aliens, and you have to actually score headshots, and it calculates.
Right.
Like it'll buzz green when you hit something.
Did you win?
No, because there's no reticle, and you can't really tell where the lasers aren't lined up. So I'm shooting, and it's hitting like over here. It's not calibrated at all.
Okay,
But
it's got a dirty lens.
I don't know. Sounds like
this little kid. in
I
front
have
of me-
seen him play TF2, and it's not really all that. I'm
That was the
just
first
saying.
time I'd ever played TF2. But I'll hand it to you. I was not good at TF2.
10 years later, or Huey tries TF2 for the first time.
I finally made it,
it's
guys.
impressive.
What a time to be alive.
Guys.
You know that game's about to be dead, right?
No, yeah, we've been calling that shit Overwatch Classic for the last 2 weeks.
I mean, that's enough. I'll jump right into Overwatch, and I'll be the best. Yay. Watch out. I'm going to be Soldier 412.
76.
Yeah, whatever.
God.
Anyway,
Finish
that
your
was fun.
story.
Goddamn plebes.
Plebes. Fucking plebes. Anyway, moving on. This is actually not much of a game, but it was an experience. There's a thing in Tampa called the Vault of Souls.
Well, it's a game because you turned it into a game.
Well, yes. But,
I'll leave it at that.
we'll
I'll
get
shut
there.
up. I'm just saying.
But basically, it's mostly an interactive theater experience, I guess. Basically, you go to this place, you go down an elevator, and you're wearing a mask. You can't talk to anyone. But there's all these ghosts, these people, actors running around, and they're like on a repeat. So, like, you go down, the first one you encounter is like the Wailing Widow, and she's like, "Has anyone seen my husband, James?" And you're like, "No." And you shake your head, and she's like, "Keep an eye out for him, please."
But you're not allowed to speak,
You can't
right?
say a word to anyone, and you can't touch them, but they can touch you. So you go around. There's like this little room full of these like crazy children who are like, "We didn't mean to kill mommy" and shit like that. And it's like a weak haunted house. It's not like actually a haunted house because they just repeat everything over and over again.
Sure.
So you're expecting it, but the first time you go through, it's a little startling. But so
Can you can't say anything to them, but can you like be blatantly checking your cell phone while you're going through it? Just be like, yeah,
I mean, you could, but I don't know why you would pay to go to an event to do that.
trolling.
Moving on.
It's amateur trolling. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
that's amateur hour. That's
So
for damn
what
sure.
you
He's so subversive. He's a regular Bob Ross over here. Ross Rose.
What?
That one. Bob Ross we should talk about too.
Yeah, we
He's
should,
he's on a roll.
evidently. But okay, you can touch anything in the whole place except for the actors. Like there's all this awesome like they made letters from other dead people, like letters from people to their dead relatives. You can try and piece together what these people's backstories are if you want. You can stay down there as long as you want. They don't have a time limit until they close. So if you go down there at 7, you don't have to leave until like 1 in the morning. And you could stay down there that long. There's enough to do. So what you do is, there's a point where they say you can pick up anything and read it, but you have to put it back where you found it. So I went into this like train car where that was really startling because it's like flashing, like a strobe is flashing, and then you sit down like you're going through a tunnel. You sit down, and then like the conductor is just there, and he's like, "Why are you on my train? Where's your ticket? Get out!" So I wandered around the rest of the thing. I was like, he asked for a ticket. I wonder if there is a ticket I'm supposed to give him. So I went back and I sort of pantomimed giving him a ticket. And he's like, "You want to know where you can get a ticket?" Well, I don't know, but maybe another spirit might. And I was like, holy fuck, this is an item quest. This is an item quest.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. So
You took it another level
dude,
deep.
I was like laser focused. I went to every single frickin' spirit in there, and I threw the mask out, go, and I made like a whoop whoop, like the way you would do with your arm, like tugging one of those things, and they would go, train, and I would nod, and I would like, and they're like, train ticket. And then 6 of them were like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Leave me alone. And I was like, this is getting kind of depressing. And then I found this little girl spirit. And I was like, dude. And she's like, train ticket. I was like, exactly. And she's like, go. I think I saw one in the entry room inside of a metal box, but I don't know if it's there anymore. People pick them up. So it turns out there's like 6 ghosts who are looking for an item. All of it, like each one's looking for a different item. They could be anywhere in this whole place.
Oh,
The place
man.
is fucking packed, full of shit. And they only put one of those items out in the entire thing the whole time. So I was like, okay, I'm on the fucking track. This is great. I get there. There's a fucking train ticket in that thing. I was like, oh my God. I actually lifted it up over my head. I was like, this is how Link feels. Oh my God. It was like, it was weird as shit. So I ran it up to the conductor and I gave it to him. And he's like, you listen well. And then he took me in this little room and he's like, he pulled out a piece of paper and he's like, this is why I can never leave. Show it to no one and let no one's let none of their spirits see it, or they will take you and remove you. Thank you for thank you for helping me achieve a little bit of peace. And I put it away. And later on I read it, and it's like a weird poem about the train and how it derailed and sank into the ocean and nobody could get out, and they all basically died perfectly preserved under the ocean exactly how they were. It was really cool. And so it's cool to think that there's like 5 other ones of those, and I could not find any other stuff. One guy's looking for a button for an elevator. One person's looking for a watch so he can find out what time it is so he can see how late he is.
I wonder how often they go the night and people don't find all of them.
Because they never make that known.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, dude, I was like, there's a whole fucking other level to this experience that these fucking idiots are just wandering around. One guy came up and was like, that was the stupidest haunted house I've ever been to. I was like, you fucker, you didn't do anything. You don't know shit.
I guess that's the point. You just go into full-on, like,
That's pretty awesome, though.
JRPG hero mode where you're just, like, opening everything.
No, like having that extra level of interaction is really sweet.
When
really
that,
cool.
when
Especially
that clicked,
considering you can't talk to them. Like,
yeah. And you basically have to pantomime everything. I tried to find the elevator button, but I think somebody probably already got it because they kept giving me the runaround on that. But if you try and take an item, like they'll all crowd around you and be like, that item belongs where it is. And they'll just like keep telling that to you. And if you try and dodge around them, they cluster closer.
Oh, man.
I saw somebody try and move some keys and they're like, that item belongs where it was. That item belongs where it was. That item belongs where it was. And then there's this one room where all these
man, that's so
typewriters and
good.
shit, and you can find your own death certificate. I did not find mine. I looked, but I did not die. Kaylee did. She had influenza in 1928. But it was a really cool experience. I mean, like
that sounds really awesome.
I hope it's there for like a while. But in the end, they actually give you a cool book. You get a book. Like refreshments are free. It was a cool thing to do. I really enjoyed it.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
I would
I
totally
wish
go
there was
for
something
that.
like
Just
that
to play
around
the
here.
meta game, I would go into
If we
that.
ever go down to Nerdfest again, we should hit that up.
Nerdfest is done. It has been for a long time.
I thought ONF was still going.
Well, no, that's a completely different.
That's why I said Nerdfest, not Nerdapalooza.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, that's exactly what I did. I went into JRPG mode, and I was like, I need to see everything in this basement.
Mm-hmm.
And there is so much. It's like there's like an actual bank vault full of like their prized possessions, and shit keeps happening. One guy was doing his ghost was the perfect Rick Grimes from Rick and Morty. He just kept doing that voice, and I was like, God, I want to say, dude, I get it, you're Rick, but I can't. Tiny Rick. Moving on. But yeah, it was an awesome. I mean, it wasn't really a game, but if you lock into it like that, it becomes a game.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw other people who got to that level and were like, leafing through papers and looking at stuff, like, because one guy, like this little girl, you have to find letters from her dad and eventually piece together, like, that the dad is keeping an eye on her from somewhere or something like that, and then she gives you her thing. The button guy, I didn't find the button, other shit like that. In fact, one guy, I asked for the button, and this one ghost is a total dick who tells you that your soul is horrible. He gets down, I was like, have you seen, he's like, elevator button. And he gets into my ear, he goes, go to hell. And then he walks away. It was awesome. I love that ghost.
Oh man, that's so good.
Oh, that ghost was a dick.
It's awesome that they're all playing that well, though. That's really
dude,
good.
like one guy is like a crazy mad scientist, and he grabs you and he puts your face into a mirror.
Is that the Rick?
No. The
Yeah.
guy who's Rick was like a cat burglar who was doing it, but he looked like if just Rick had like a fucking cat burglar suit on, he would look like Rick. But this guy would like put your face into a mirror, and he'd be like, "Why did you do that?" And he like gives like very vague things that like could apply to pretty much anybody, but they're all super negative. And he's like, "Look at yourself in the mirror. What is wrong with you? Fix yourself. You're garbage." And like and some people will like walk you through a ritual. Like there's a part where you go into like a tribal thing, and you have to place your hand on a body, and it jerks to life, and it's whispering something. And I couldn't catch it, but if you get close enough, it's trying to whisper it to you, and then the shaman will grab it and put it back on the table and put it back to sleep. So if you don't get like, you get like 6 seconds to hear what it's whispering, because it's whispering the same thing over and over again really quick. And if you don't hear it, you have to like make a full circuit around before they'll do it again with you. And yeah, it was genius. The way it was pulled off was a lot of fun. So yeah,
It makes me think about those kind of experiences, which are like puts you in a quote real experience or a lifelike experience.
Yeah.
I want to do with you guys an escape room.
Yeah, definitely.
There's one in Catonsville that we could do.
I want
Also,
to do one.
There's another experience like Vault of Souls in New York called Sleep No More.
Yeah.
And that one is actually it's a constantly replaying version of, I think, Hamlet.
Yeah.
But it's like a modern retelling of it. And there's a part where my friend has been a couple times, as well as Kaylee going.
Right.
My friend Mike, he was the one who told me about it. But if you're in a specific room, an actor might come up to you and just start talking to you. And if you do a certain series of things, they'll give you an item that you can only get from that actor at that time in that room if you follow exactly what they say. And then, so like there's like 12 items you could get, but you can only get like one at a time. So it's actually pretty cool. It's like a choose your own adventure sort of situation.
It's really neat.
But yeah, I definitely want to do an escape room. We should do that together and then do an episode about it. I think
That would be awesome.
fun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is an escape room?
Did you ever play any of the games online where it's like you're in a dark room and you've got to open the door or whatever?
you have like an hour to get out.
Nope.
So essentially, the escape rooms are like you and your group get locked in this room, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in there, and it's essentially a giant puzzle, and your goal is to just get out of the room.
You
But so
figure
like
out how to get out of the room.
So they're themed and all like there's like Cold War era spies. There's like Sherlock Holmes. There's all sorts of. They all have different themes and stuff. But it's essentially like a giant real life puzzle, which is they're supposed to be really cool. I've heard really nothing but good things.
I would really love to do that. That does sound fun.
Yeah,
I agree.
for sure.
Sweet.
And it's in Catonsville. It's not that far. So.
Yeah.
But that's talking about his trip to Florida. Let's talk about another journey that one of us is taking. Old Ryan
right.
Meyer flying for the West again.
That's right.
But this time he's got an event.
Jet
Where are you
setter.
headed, Ryan?
I'm headed to BlizzCon.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
November 7th and 8th in the Anaheim Convention Center.
Oh, yeah.
That is Blizzard's annual convention, as you might suspect. Blizzard
our
Con
buddy
convention.
Davey is entered into the cosplay.
Oh, Davey Dirt.
Nice.
Yeah, he's doing Malthael.
All right, I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
That's
He
always
has
fun.
put some fucking work into
Oh no,
that costume.
he does part time like a full on cosplay studio now. Like he
that's cool.
makes and sells
Dude,
stuff.
he's been taking like snapshots of like progress.
Yeah, he just finished like
Wait
the
till you
shoulder
see
pieces.
this shit.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
fucking crazy.
I will look forward to seeing it at the costume contest on Saturday.
Yeah.
Or whenever that is. Yeah. Yeah, those are always fun. But yeah, it's their giant convention. It's just 2 days of Blizzard nonsense. They got panels. They got
I bet you there's two
announcements they got.
things that they're going to be talking about a whole bunch.
it's gonna be at least
Blackthorn?
and Lost Viking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Overwatch.
They're gonna come back. Yeah, Overwatch is gonna be big, I'm sure.
And the new StarCraft expansion, which I don't remember the name of.
Legacy of
Legacy
the
of the
Void.
Void, yeah.
Finally, we will
Oh,
not
man.
we'll be able to say HOTS, and people won't have to mean. Oh, you mean Heroes or Heart of the Okay.
Oh no, Heart of the Storm is still gonna be a thing you'll think about. If you were there, you had to be there.
Had to be there.
Hot's
Oh,
always
man.
be Heart of the Storm in my mind.
Oh yeah,
And
you
in
say
my
hot. You
heart.
say HOTS or Heroes. You know,
Yeah.
that's what you say.
What are you looking forward to for BlizzCon?
Mostly, I'm just looking forward to hanging out with people. I mean, at this point, like with most conventions, I've just kind of gotten past the show floor, and
Right.
the show
Sure.
floor is cool, but you can kind of wear it out pretty quick. And then for me, it's just about kind of
Can you
hanging
get
out
us
with
some
people.
some sweet exclusives?
Ooh.
I will see what I can do.
See
I
if we
mean,
can work up a couple exclusives.
by the time we get back to record an episode about said exclusives, they will be all over the internet, though. So.
Oh no! I mean, us personally get
Oh.
some
Yeah.
exclusive BlizzCon.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't care about the
Oh,
listeners.
some
Any
goodies.
like stupid. I don't know. Stupid
may or may
crap,
not-
like
some
Heart-
exclusive treats.
some
All right.
Hearthstone card
Exclusive
backs or
treats?
something.
See if
I
I
don't
can get
know.
some treats for you guys.
We need exclusive treats and some swag bags if you can. You just hook up some swag
That's
bags.
going to be tough, but I'll see what I can do.
Use your hookups.
Blizzard can do it.
Well, yeah, last year I got they had like a special brew they had made because it was like the 10-year World of Warcraft anniversary.
So,
So
you mean like a grog.
they had Thunder Brew.
Okay.
So you get like 20
Oh,
shots.
man.
I've got one upstairs, an empty one upstairs. That was
Nice.
pretty good. But
Sweet.
That was cool. I don't think they're gonna do something like that this year.
You gonna catch any of the sweet Super Pro MLG esports, bro?
I may. I mean, I found that like when I've gone the esports are a nice place where it's like I got nothing else to do. You know,
Kinda
like
chill
I'm
out.
in between
Yeah, yeah.
panels. You can just
Watch
go sit
a
down,
couple
watch
matches.
some,
Yeah.
watch some Hearthstone, watch some the StarCraft arena they have is insane.
Oh my gosh!
Dude,
yeah.
when me, you, and Cody went to the league finals
Yeah, that
at
was
PAX, that
nuts.
was so much fun. God, that was awesome.
Well, I mean, the league. If you've, I haven't really watched any of it. I've tuned in here and there just to check out their setup and stuff. But like the League World Finals, their arena for that was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
absolutely.
I've seen pictures and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's just
But
insane.
yeah, Worlds last year. I remember we watched it. I mean, we'll probably watch it again this year. Because last year I had like was it you or who all came out to that?
I came.
Yeah, we
I didn't,
we
'cause I
We
watched
went to your
esports.
house.
Yeah, we
Oh,
watched.
I was there for that.
Yeah,
Yep.
we watched the
Yeah,
finals for
yeah.
StarCraft and Hearthstone.
That was
a lot of
awesome.
fun. That was so we'll do that again.
We-
Well, I guess that'll be during my party. At least one of the nights will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday.
I believe that you saw some esports this past weekend.
I did. I watched some of the StarCraft finals, or not the finals. They're doing for I think for Hearthstone and StarCraft they did the top 16, so it'll be quarterfinals and up
Okay.
come BlizzCon time.
Gotcha.
So I watched Life. Oh man, so Life the Zerg player mercilessly destroyed. I don't even remember the guy's name. I think he was a South American player. And he it was like 3 matches in like 20 minutes. Like
Oh,
he
wow.
just Zerg cheesed him right out of the fucking game. It was
Wow.
It was.
that's crazy.
I felt bad because he was a toss player and he just couldn't get a wall to stop Baneling busts, and I mean it was just same old. Just
That's
Zerg,
rough.
StarCraft 2 Baneling bust Zerg. It was just.
That's really rough if you lose like the same thing 3 times in a row.
It was slightly different,
Or, like, still just,
how
like,
it was
Rush.
executed, but it was still. I mean, it was just variations of Zerg Rush, and he just couldn't shut it down.
that sucks.
Zerg.
So, yeah, no. I mean, unfortunately, there's in top 8. There's only one Terran left. It's a bunch of Zerg toss and one lone Terran, and It's innovation versus life, which is arguably the match of the show, and it's also kind of an interesting like innovation versus life.
I get
Because
it.
it's got layers, man.
I get it. It's
Layers.
so
It's
meta.
just like
I mean,
onion.
like I always play as Terran, but my favorite are the toss. I just love the way that they play. So that's why I'm really excited.
Dude,
for Legacy of the Void.
have you watched the Legacy of the Void trailer
You mean the one where it was like,
where they're
cinematic
warping
or
in
the-
the cinematic?
oh
Trailer?
my god, that
Yeah.
cinematic trailer is incredible.
I haven't
Absurd.
seen that. We'll have to watch that.
We'll
after
have
the
to
show.
watch that.
It's so good.
So the cool thing about the StarCraft stuff is that like in the game, like the battling is fairly static, right? Like it's not very dynamic combat or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And they do a really awesome job of like, I mean, you saw with Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm of really showing like what it looks like defending the Terran, like with the giant siege tanks, with the battleships over on high,
Right.
the
I
mean,
Vikings
and-
transforming.
And their cinematics department is.
Oh, I mean, it's
Oh,
it's
man.
Well,
so,
yeah.
so the
Blizzard never puts out a bad cinematic. I've learned that.
So the
I mean, like,
Legacy
they're,
of the
they're,
Void
they're
trailer.
on par with Pixar and like.
Oh,
I,
hands
yeah, I
down.
could agree with
It's
that.
incredible.
I could agree with
But
that.
the Legacy of the Void trailer like shows like what establishing like a Protoss forward command against like a Zerg swarm is like, where there's a few Zealots and High Templar there, and then Zerg comes swarming in, and the Zealots are going through, and like you get to see, like, as opposed to just a Baneling like blowing up against a Zealot, you see how he would just use his shield to like deflect the blast, and then he fights a couple more, and then his like soul leaves him, and he kind of just falls to the ground, and then as right towards the end, you see like in their last moment of desperation.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't seen it now, you probably don't care.
It's also like a minute long.
But,
Well, except for Adam,
But yeah,
who wants
it's
to see
also
it.
a minute-long trailer. But like two Templar joined together, and you get to see an Archon made like in cinematic glory, and then
I
it
really
just
wanna watch
wipes
that.
out like waves. And then it's fighting an Ultralisk, and then like in the middle of all this, a probe's trying to get a warp field up to call down a pylon, and you're like, well, you don't know it's a pylon, but you're just like, oh shit, it's warping something in. And like right at the end, like when there's like one toss left, there's one Zealot like ready to fucking go. I think it's like whoever the
He's
main
the hero.
character
He's
is.
the hero.
Yeah, he's got the one scarred eye, and then the pylon finishes, and like you see like, and then the pylon comes down, and like all of a sudden all the other Zealots
these
just
Toss
start
just start
warping in.
showing up.
Oh,
and
right,
Oh, it's
because
so
if you
good.
needed more resources. Okay,
Dude,
yeah, that's
Dude,
really
it's
cool.
pretty much like if you imagine what Protoss the movie looked like, it's the first minute and a half of that.
Sure.
This,
Oh my gosh,
The-
it's so good.
dude. Right after I saw this, I pre-ordered it. That I was like, "Holy shit, this has got me hyped."
yeah, we'll have to watch that when we're done
Yeah.
recording. Yeah,
It
that's
just-
really
It's
cool.
it's sweet, but yeah, I'm excited. I get into StarCraft. Like I don't play it hard. Obviously, I'm a Relic RTS guy at this point, but I'll probably play it for a couple months and then get bored of it and move on once I hit my skill ceiling, which probably is gold.
I'm really looking for
Maybe
the-
platinum if I try real hard and get sweaty.
the storyline is what it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's just gonna. That's why
Yeah,
I
the
played
campaign's
for it.
it for me.
Oh no,
Because-
the campaigns, the single player campaigns. Like I was very skeptical even when Wings of Liberty came out. I was like, nah. I mean, it's gonna be more like, all right, here's a defend mission, here's an attack mission. But man, the Wings of Liberty campaign was all right. I played through it, and then the Zerg campaign. I don't even like Zerg, and I played through that twice.
I agree. It was awesome.
and I know we've talked about it on here before, so I won't go into it again. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, it's
definitely
really
this
good.
is supposed to the Protoss taking back
taking
Ire,
back
right?
Ire. Yeah.
That's what you see the first landing group to take Ire back after the Overmind like wiped them all out.
Right,
Make
right, right.
Ire great again.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like recruitment posters with like Tassadar pointing. You know.
Very cool.
Top of Tassadar Tower.
Yeah.
Tassadar
But
Tower.
anyways, how about some Overwatch? Only one of us, the lucky few that have gotten into the beta, Mr.
So
Ryan
far.
Meyer. So
I played a little bit of it. I mean, it's definitely like we were going to talk about earlier. It's one of those games that it seems like it's gonna be way more fun with a group of people. So I'm
Sure,
anxious for you guys to get in so we can go tear it up.
yeah,
We'll-
definitely.
we'll-
I mean,
we'll
I
form an
played
action.
probably like at PAX East. I just spent all of my time before and after the showtime, like just playing Overwatch. So I got to play. I mean, maybe an hour or two total. But
Yeah, but I mean, I've probably gonna put like 20-30 minutes into it so
Oh,
far.
really?
But no, I mean, I played a bit. I played some at BlizzCon last year, and I've been talking to people that have been playing it.
so who
it's-
do you like? Who's your hero? If
Mc-
if you're under a rock somehow, Overwatch is like a team-based shooter that's coming out. It's
replacing TF2.
sure.
Pretty much, yeah. It's 6-on-6 with it's very much an objective based
How many
shooter.
heroes are selectable?
18
I
at
want
the
to say
moment.
that. Yeah, I was gonna say 16. So yeah, 18 is about right.
Yep.
You can switch heroes in the middle of a match whenever you want, just like TF2. You can swap classes sort of
Yeah.
whenever. Heroes are all very, very sort of iconic, and they all have their own personality too. So not like the TF2. It's less generic than like
Yeah.
engineer, whatever. They've all got names and backstories, and you definitely get a specific vibe from each of them. Yeah, I mean, so far they've all been kind of neat. I played McCree for a little bit. He's the like old west gunslinger dude.
I'm actually
cool.
probably looking to do some McCree costuming next year.
Oh, nice.
Everybody
Yeah, that
that
one.
I've seen online playing the game is always McCree.
Really?
No, they're always Tracer.
I was about to say.
I'm
I've
talking
seen.
the cowboy with the 6-shooter, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
All of them I've seen.
I've seen tons of Tracer, tons of.
I mean,
Roadhog.
Tracer's like the poster girl for that game. I
Yeah.
mean, she I'm looking at the launcher right now on my
And it's
computer,
Tracer
and
on
it's
there,
Tracer.
And who's the big dude with the hammer?
Reinhardt.
I
Reinhardt,
saw
yeah.
somebody
He's my
play
boy.
him too.
There's
Has a
not
mega
much
shield.
more. There's not much more satisfying than pinning someone with Reinhardt in my playtime. Because man, and he's like super necessary. Either of the shield guy. watched probably like 20 hours of Overwatch streaming. I've been watching all my TF2 guys. I've been watching Star, Germa, Bunny, Seagull. Those are all TF2 guys that I like. And they've all obviously been playing the hell out of it. And like Reinhardt and Winston are like crucial for any team, to be able to make pushes, because Reinhardt has the big forward-facing shield, and then Winston has like a shield orb he can slam down and makes a big bubble shield.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think what I'm hearing and a little bit I've played too, it seems like they've done a really good job making it very playable, even if you're not like good at or like a big shooter person. There's several different support classes.
Yeah, like McCree, Tracer, probably in the snipers, obviously. Black Widow or Widowmaker, and Hanzo, like those are all very like FPS skill classes.
Yeah.
And then you have, similar to TF2, you have a lot of support classes. You have a lot of just like running around doing various things that aren't necessarily just like clicking on heads.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like they've gone a lot more interactive than like TF2's got like the medic pretty much, and I guess the engineer and to another extent.
Mm-hmm.
But I know like Mercy, their healer, she's got essentially a heal beam or a damage buff beam.
Right.
And then they've got the like the monk dude who's got essentially like a passive. He can pick one person to passively heal over time.
Right.
He's got a thing he can put on enemies that just makes them take more damage from everything.
Right.
And they all have a weapon, but like they're varying levels of good. They have the new like the DJ guy who's like his shtick is that
Lucio.
he's Lucio. So he's always like he's a DJ, so he's always
he's
spinning.
He's the bard character.
Yeah,
he buffs the party either with a heal buff or a speed.
Yeah,
his
so
speed
he can
is
swap
really
his
nice.
song back and
Legends
forth
fans,
between
he's
healing and speed buff.
That's cool.
Which
That's
is
really
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then his ultimate is he drops a fat beat and like gives the whole team like these projectile
Gigantic
shields.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Drops a fat beat.
Fat beat.
Love it.
And he's got a dubstep cannon.
Yeah. Shoots wubs.
Yeah.
That's
Got
awesome.
the wub cannon.
I like that.
What else? But yeah, and it's really neat.
It looks really fun. I'm
think it's gonna
mad
be-
that I'm not playing yet.
I think
I wanted to get
it's
on
gonna
like the
take
early
off.
streamer kind of wagon there and
That bump.
get the Sclusy, man.
Yeah.
Dasclucido.
One thing that was kind of interesting, though, I was reading the Overwatch Reddit a bit earlier today, and it sounded
Mm-hmm.
like for a little while people were kind of worried that there wasn't a lot of depth to it. And then I guess like last night or 2 days ago, a bunch of the Overwatch devs were playing against a bunch of like the top TF2 streamers,
And they
just wrecked them.
Oh yeah.
And so a lot of people like actually saw they used a lot of really good like team
Team-based
play
strategies and stuff, right.
strategic hero swaps, and kind of showed off how all that worked. So
Yeah, because
That's
they
awesome.
were
People
talking
are
about
starting
it.
to
They were
realize.
saying that like the devs were saying that a good team should probably be constantly switching to between their heroes. Like it's probably not advantageous to just pick a group of 6 and stick with it.
yeah.
In most circumstances, because the other team should be adapting to your thing, and then you should be able to counter adapt to what they have set up.
Yeah.
That's
so
neat.
should be really cool.
So like as opposed to like TF2 where like most players main a class or maybe 2, like you're gonna have to be, I feel like in high levels, be able to play more than 1 or 2 heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm waiting to see when they start, have like your professional matches, you get bans at the beginning and all that.
Oh
crap.
yeah, no, I'm interested to see where it'll go on the high level games, because I was watching. I think it was That Crew more or less earlier, and they were talking about those matches the previous night. And they were trying to like think about like, all right, they did this and this, so we have to like plan X and Y ultimates and attacks around. Oh, it looks like a lot of fun.
So let me ask you: do you guys have any other games that you want to talk about this week?
I'll bring up one more quick.
Sure.
I got into the Battleborn beta.
Oh yeah,
Oh, right.
Which I actually was not
B-Cubed?
able to. It was this past weekend, but I was in Florida and I couldn't play. I tried to
Oh no.
use my PS Vita to just do something
Hook it
in it,
up,
but
sure.
it wouldn't connect. So
No, that's Gearbox's new class-based shooter.
yeah, it's like
It's not strictly PvP though, right? It's
no,
got, like
it's sort of like it's like Borderlands meets like LOL almost.
Sure.
It's and that's sort of what they were going for, and I haven't been able to play it. I will report back later, but I did get into the beta, so.
No, I wasn't even aware of that game until I think one of either you or one of my coworkers mentioned that they got into the beta. And
It was
I
me.
looked it up,
Yeah.
and I saw the trailer, and I was like, "Wow, that actually looks really sweet."
Yeah, I like the character classes, the way the characters all look. It looks really neat. The idea is that all of the rest of this is like the last star in the universe, and all of these various factions are sort of warring over all the final resources, while these like darkness enemies are just like converging on the final star to wipe everyone out anyway. So it's like all of them fighting each other while simultaneously all banding together to fight these things. And there's like different factions. There's like I think 8 different factions, each with their own, buffs and weaknesses and things like that. So I'll report back on that later.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We've got a couple emails.
Oh.
Emails.
I'm gonna space them out though. I'm gonna read this one, and that's gonna take us into our last segment, and then I'm gonna read our last email last.
Okay.
Our first email comes from superfan Jeremy.
Jeremy.
There he
Everybody
is.
loves Jeremy. He asked if we would once again plug the event that he's running on the 7th, which is the same day as the Autobar concert. So if you're in Virginia, you can't make it up here for the Autobar concert, definitely check this out. It's another Extra Life event. It's called Game FXBG, and it's taking place at the Adventure Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a bunch of games on the schedule for tournaments. Just a couple here. Mario Kart 64, Smash Brothers Melee, GoldenEye 64, Rock Band, Halo, the Halo 5.
Yeah.
There's a ton of stuff. You can definitely check it out on the Facebook page that they made for it. I'll also link the Facebook page with this episode on Facebook. So you can definitely check out that Facebook event. If you can't make it up to Baltimore, but you're in Virginia, you want to check it out, donate some money to Extra Life, which is always a good cause.
Yep.
I definitely highly suggest checking that out.
We should think about doing an Extra Life event. That'd
I
be
agree.
a lot of fun.
I agree.
Definitely.
He says in the email, here's the link to our Extra Life event. Again, greatly appreciate the plug.
Well, yeah, we'll throw it on our social media.
Yeah, we'll definitely throw it on the social media. That's a really cool thing that you're doing. He also says, and I took a stab at the mobile challenge, though I still haven't been able to get the last episode to work, so hopefully I didn't break any rules. That's because the Thundergrunt website is not doing so hot right now. For the people that do listen to our show, we are shopping for a new website and a new server, so we should have the Thundergrunt streaming issues handled pretty soon.
If you have any suggestions for a website or server, please shoot us an email at
podcast@magfest.org.
You're not even going to say that, Mike? Come on.
Also, I like that you clarified
people already?
that only matters if you're someone who listens to this podcast to people on the podcast.
That's true.
Because by definition, anyone who's hearing this is probably someone who listens to this podcast.
That is true. Anyway,
Not that
Technicality.
they would hear this because the
he said
website is not doing so well.
he said on his run he used the super cooler, but he did not use Revive, which we'll get into in a moment.
All right, that's borderline, but let's hear what the number
He said he
is.
tried to coax Travis and Shannon into participating too with ample trash talk, but I think they passed.
Lameoids.
Hope Press Start was just as fabulous.
Yeah, Shannon's
was
going to
just
take her one
fabulous,
win and
which
run
it
away.
was not.
That's
It was
fine.
a flop. And you gentlemen enjoyed Adam's favorite holiday to the fullest. God damn it!
Oh man, we didn't even talk about Halloween things. There's too much to talk about in it. How are we running into time and we don't talk about everything? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like...
So, let's get into the mobile gaming challenge because I did okay. I didn't do as good as Jeremy, which kind of sucks.
I mean,
'Cause
he
I thought I
was
did
using
real
the super
good.
cooler.
But mine was too, to be honest.
Oh,
So
I mean, it was like free most of the time.
it was.
I think
Alright.
as long as you didn't pay money,
Oh.
we're cool.
well, damn.
You probably still won.
That's not important.
But no, that's hyper
He could have
important.
won more.
So I'm going to start randomly, actually completely on purpose with Huey. That way we can work around and get to the winner.
Yeah, I'm
which
loading
is
mine
Orview.
now.
Let me double
Huey has been playing this mission for approximately 1 hour.
check. I played the wrong mission, guys.
He did, but we got him straightened out at dinner, and he's been playing since.
So how far did you get on the level you did like?
Hold on.
He just played the first one for distance.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Hold on.
Since
It
that's
takes
the
a
one
long
he
time to
liked.
get to the high score,
trying to
especially when you have a
answer the high score.
shitty Android phone.
You guys are retarded. I had to do the knock, knock, knock. And you guys are fools. I can't talk to you about that. Just die, you douche nozzle. Die.
This is not hard.
It's good podcasting, guys.
I got 31.
31 was your high score. 31 Slimer's busted. Mike?
Okay.
I did not play Monster Dash.
You did not play.
I did the Monster Mash.
You're a horrible person. I played.
It was a
I heard
graveyard.
God damn it.
It caught on in a flash.
I
Whatever happened to the
played
Transylvania
my high
Flute?
score pretty much. My high score is 40. I was able to get 40.
My high score was 43.
Oh, Ryan
just
me.
got that.
God damn it, Ryan. got
Literally
me.
30 seconds ago.
Okay, Orvie, what's yours?
Oh man, hold on. We might be. I might actually be tied with Ryan. I'm either
Really?
at 43 or I'm low 40s.
Really?
That.
You cusping on that 44, bro?
I'm cusping, bro.
Here it is. Jeremy, super fan of MAGCast, chimes in with a screenshotted 58 Slimers.
Oh man,
That's a damn good Slimer
That's a lot
run.
of Slimers, man.
It
Jeremy,
sure
you're the
is.
winner.
It's cusping on 60
I mean,
there,
sorta,
Try on that dick hat, buddy.
Mr. Super Cooler.
Oh, Christ.
I have 44. Ryan,
44.
I beat you by 1.
Son of a...
What was the game that Adam beat me by like 5 points or so? Was it Tilt-A-Live or something?
No, it was the one before that. I don't even remember what that game was called. Yeah, I beat you by 5 points.
It was
It's the only one I've ever
It
won.
was silly.
Madness. Anyway, congratulations, Jeremy. You have won this month's mobile gaming challenge.
Kind of.
Kind of. I'm giving it to you. Orvy's just bitter because he's never lost in a video game before. Except to your
I
group
followed
of friends.
the rules.
Except for your group of friends because Shannon's whooped his ass.
Oh,
And now
this
you've
is
whooped
getting
his ass.
dangerous.
Now we just got to wait for your other
But
buddy.
he hasn't.
Oh,
I'm not going to give it to him if he was using the Super Cooler.
Jesus Christ. Okay, do it without the super cooler. Send in your score of 60 so Orvy gets extra bitter.
I mean, I can play more.
That's true. You both can. So, yeah,
So
Jeremy,
we'll
I
pick a
guess
new
you've been
game, and we're going to
challenged.
have an Orvy Jeremy grudge match on
That's
this
what it
one
is.
for
No
My
next
super
time.
God.
coolers. I've picked the next game, and it's going to be, in my opinion, it's a lot of fun. It's super easy. There's no weird stipulations that you can get yourself caught up in.
Huey.
It's the Kung Fury game. It's called Kung Fury Street Rage.
I already downloaded it, so I'm good.
Yeah. There is only one mode, and there's only 2 buttons, right attack and left attack. And it's a constant stream of enemies. It keeps your high score right there on the front page. I don't think there's any microtransactions, but if there is, obviously you can't buy into them. It's a really fun game. The artistic style of the game is fantastic. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous in a retro game parody style, I should say.
Yeah.
It's really cool the way they kind of mimic a tube television with the screen.
I like it.
And I really like the soundtrack. The soundtrack is funky as hell. It's a lot of fun. That game's great. So yeah, definitely that's going to be the new mobile challenge. Kung Fury Street Rage. It is free on both Android and iOS. Verified. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that. But let's get in to the last email of the day.
It's the
Oh, man.
This is the final email. Let's see here. I'm sorry. Jeremy did send in basically a PS email that said, did anyone else notice that one of the Slimer death sound effects was almost identical to the crow's death sound from Earthworm Jim?
I don't ever really play mobile games with the sound on.
Either
so-
do I.
Yeah.
Either do I. I usually end up playing, and I'm going to be completely candid, on the crapper, and it's usually at work.
Yeah, they don't
So,
want-
like,
yeah.
I'm in a public bathroom. I'm not going to have the sound on. That's kind of pointless. But anyway, let's get to the last email. The last email comes from Justin Conti. I believe that's how you say it. He's going to be known as Justin. And he writes, you guys need letters. And this is when I asked for
Letters.
emails the other day when I thought we were recording on Friday, but I was wrong. So anyway, this says, I couldn't help but write in after listening to Mike TV again go on and on about how MAGFest and events like it aren't important.
Oh,
You guys did a pretty good job making him sound like the idiot that he is on the subject, but I wanted to chime in. And here we go. You
This
guys
should
were
be
right.
interesting.
You guys were right that he comes from a place where he doesn't quite understand the audience.
Do I gotta check my privilege, bro?
Yeah.
Do I gotta check my MAGFest privilege, bro?
I mean, essentially, yes. For many, MAGFest in particular is the one time of year that they get to be themselves and know that there's no judgment coming their way.
bullshit.
Well, from
Oh, I'm sorry.
for
I'm
everyone
sorry.
to you.
I had something in my throat. That's
Not
bullshit.
everyone has the amazing social graces of a Mike TV.
Yeah.
Nor
I
his
have
unique ability
I have
to make
amazing
everyone
social
like him
graces.
instantly and be everyone's favorite guy within seconds of meeting.
That's hero of the people.
I
out
think
of
you've
Chase.
gotten Mike confused with Adam.
Yeah.
By the way, can you sense the sarcasm here? Do I need a sarcasm sign?
It helps.
Maybe those people get to be themselves occasionally at a game night or online or something, but have an entire 4 day, but to have an entire 4 days worth of it is something special for them. I've been to other events. PAX is too damn commercial. Otakon is great but lacks the gaming magic. But MAGFest is the perfect combination of fandoms for a generation of nerds and is obviously run with love instead of profit in mind, which shines through.
God,
That's a huge compliment, actually. Hold on. Before you
wish we
on
had profit in mind.
everyone's life. Justin, that's a huge
Christ.
compliment to MAGFest, and we very much appreciate that.
Yeah, but we were also... Oh, no, all right. Continue the joke.
Yeah, we believe in fun instead of millions. That's
Yeah, we believe in fucking working volunteers to the bone
Then
because
quit.
we can't act.
Oh, wait, you already did.
I have.
Then do it again.
He has.
It actually, it legitimately offends me that we do not manage our volunteers and reward them better. It legitimately
Like, what do
offends
you
me.
want? Do you want a paycheck?
I want I want a more centralized I want an actual volunteer manager position that can actually reach out to people and coordinate these volunteer efforts so that we don't work people to death for 4 days a year and then work volunteer staff to death for the rest of the year with no compensation whatsoever.
Then why don't you do it?
Because I don't want to volunteer for it because they're not going to pay anyone yet.
Okay, then quit. There's two
tried.
very clear options here. Or three, really.
Every time
One
I
is
try
deal
to
with
quit,
it.
Dom takes me out and gets me drunk until I'm like, all right, fine.
Okay, so you're being paid in booze.
That's not being paid.
You just get
That's
paid
being
when you
poisoned.
bitch a lot.
That's being poisoned.
Okay, well then get poisoned some more.
That's what I
My
have Ryan
God,
for.
Good
we're
Lord.
getting deep into MAGFest politics. We shouldn't be
There's
discussing.
no MAGFest politics here. He's griping because he volunteers for something that he refuses to stop volunteering for.
Anyway, on with the email.
The end of the email. I'd compare the fans Mike TV hates so much to sports fans in a way.
Oh, God, this fucking comparison again.
Sure, the rabid fandom can be obnoxious at times, but there's something to the sense of being a part of something bigger and something that will exist beyond you and for those nerds. That's what MAGFest has become, and you should relish that instead of spurning those people. Mike?
I'm spurning people. I'm so naughty.
But since you will have tuned out of this email by now, in
I'm
closing,
listening. I'm listening.
fuck you, Mike TV. Love always. Signed, Justin.
Well, fuck you too, Justin.
You're against people having fun.
I am against people associating themselves with something outside of them. I am for people defining their own identity internally as opposed to externally.
What?
He's better than they are.
Yeah, that's okay. I wanted to make sure that that's what I heard, and that's what other people heard.
All right.
You're really upset because he has an amazing time at MAGFest.
I'm not upset. I just don't
Well, you
get
have
it.
been.
He's just one of the flock, Adam.
He's a sheeple.
I hate this podcast.
It wasn't as bad as last episode.
No.
That's true.
That was our worst one.
Anyway, hey, thanks for listening, guys.
They're all the worst
Hi.
ones.
MAGFest is fucking awesome. It's a borderline
sure
religious
is.
experience that everybody loves.
Except
for
Mike.
who won't quit a volunteer organization.
Because you get pissy every
obviously
time
loves
I
it or he
try.
wouldn't do it.
That's fine. I'm allowed to get pissy. It doesn't mean you have to care. You
it's
clearly
true.
borderline care.
I borderline care.
Borderline
Yeah.
care. Anyway, thanks for listening. This has been...
Hey, real quick. Whatever.
There it is. Now it's a real episode.
Yeah, you're not allowed to end it on the first try.
This has been episode 34.
That
a
it has.
96.5% happy remaining percent because I'm so good at
3.5.
math. I math do. But 3.6% darkness.
Where is this going?
My name is Big Adam.
I'm Ryan.
Orvie here.
Here.
Apparently the biggest fucking loser in the world.
Not loser.
Idiot.
Miser.
Well, no. What did the guy Justin call me?
100 points right now.
Oh,
You said you were spurning people.
Talking.
Thanks for
No, he
listening.
called me. Yeah.
See you later.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts, guests, and artists featured on the show. They are not necessarily the views or opinions of MAGFest itself. Any questions, comments, or complaints can be sent to podcast@magfest.org.